Yo homies, how's it going?
So,
Why is love so important? Now I feel like we're all very familiar with what love is and how important it is. You know, we're always told like,
yo man, you gotta remember that love is the answer. You just gotta believe in love.
right? But I personally feel that there's not enough love in the world, really. Because if we were aware of how important it really is, things wouldn't be the way they are right now, you know what I'm saying? And so it's the whole reason of why I'm making this video. Now I personally feel when it comes to love and what it is and what it means, I feel like it's very underappreciated, undervalued, and so under-acknowledged. And so we're going to be going
Deep.
into this one because I feel like when it comes to describing, exploring, or explaining what love is, there's so many different aspects to it. So let's start off with the definition itself. Love. An intense feeling of affection. Then affection meaning a gentle feeling of fondness or affection. And so an intense feeling of affection means that
Motherfucker.
is strong, yeah? So what does intense mean exactly? Of extreme force, degree, or strength, or having or showing strong feelings. And then strength meaning the degree of intensity of a feeling or belief, and also the potency, intensity, or speed of a force or natural agency. With that all said, you could say that love is something that's quite powerful, yeah? And so, to explain what love is, I have chosen these specific words specifically, as I feel like these specific words and aspects give a really good summary of what love is, even though there's
many
aspects. And so let's start things off with tenderness, gentleness, and kindness, and also sensitivity to pain. And the reason why I find the sensitivity to pain interesting is that this is where you could say it's quite a sensitive thing. Love hits us in the feels.
You know what I'm saying?
We're quite sensitive to it. And now, kindness. The quality of being friendly, generous, or considerate. And then, considerate meaning careful not to inconvenience or harm others. So this is where you could say it's being mindful of how we can influence and affect the world around us.
With love, baby.
And so next up, devotion. Love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person or an activity. And then also a strong feeling of support or allegiance. So working together, yeah, like we're here to support one another. Duty being a synonym of devotion. A moral or legal obligation, a responsibility. Now this is where we're getting into the whole morality side of things. So what does moral mean? Concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior. And also, holding or manifesting high principles for proper conduct. And then
proper
meaning denoting something that is truly what it is said or regarded to be. Genuine. So genuine conduct. Love is genuine. And another interesting definition of moral, a lesson that can be derived from a story or experience.
Getting quite interesting.
And so next one up, reverence. Deep respect for someone or something. And then respect meaning a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. And also due regard for the feelings, wishes, or rights of others. So this is really being mindful of how we can influence the world with love. And now, wrapping it up, coming back to duty, I feel you could then say that duty is a synonym for justice. And so just meaning just behavior or treatment, or the quality of being fair and reasonable. And so justness relating to fairness, relating to justness, guided by truth, reason, justice, and fairness. As I was saying before, how you could say that there's many different aspects to what love is. As I said, I chose these words specifically because I feel like it's a great summary of what you could say love is when put it to words. So, understanding what love doesn't mean, so I feel like simply said, hatred. And hatred meaning intense dislike, hate. And then synonyms of what hate means: detestation, bitterness, and resentment. And there's many more, right? And so my whole reason and purpose for making this video is to recognize and to see the significance of what actions have an effect on us. So whether we've experienced actions of hatred toward us, or whether we've experienced actions of love toward us. And I feel that a lot of you would agree that when we experience actions of love toward us, damn, like that's good shit, yeah? And so whatever is directed at us, we will then feel that action. And so whatever we have within us is what will come out. And in turn, what we put out into the world will have that consequence. So my little summary of how I would explain what it is that we're feeling or channeling within us, so it could be going either one of two ways, and then there being exceptions to those rules. So the one way being love, where we're feeling like love within us. And then what I used to feel a lot of, and what I feel like a lot of us feel, is the opposite direction of that hatred, sadness, whatever it is that's related to that, but feeling that within us. And the exceptions of these being, and this is where I used to be at, when I was flowing in that direction within me of like having no love toward myself, like, you know, sadness, whatever it is. However, there was that little spark of love that I recognized that was important and would push against that. And what was happening is I was thinking that I was resolving what was within me, when really what I truly needed was to learn to love myself, so then I could truly channel that love within me. Because when we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves, or like do the best for the world around us, and we're not channeling love within us, it's an uphill battle. Like, you know, like it could be far more easier. And so when we learn to channel love within ourselves, this is the exception to this rule. It's no longer something that's internal that can influence that change. It's external things. Because if we're channeling love within us, how on earth are we going to channel anything else from in there? In the whole external aspect, so if we're channeling love within us and then something happens outside comes at us, whatever it is, that can then in turn change that flow. Yeah? And so with this whole example, I feel like we can then relate love to as a form of energy. An energy being something that is neither created or destroyed. It just is. It's there. It is. The purpose of this video is to explore the true significance of love and the impact it can have on the world around us. Because what I really want to pass on to you is for you to recognize the significance of the actions that you can have on the world around you. My little example is, and it's a bit of a silly one, but you're walking down the street and you see old mate and you walk past them. Now you can either do three things. You can either not do anything, or extreme. You could punch them, or you could say,
"You're a dickhead."
right, and have that consequence. Or you can smile and say hello. And it's just recognizing that we are far more powerful and significant than what we think. I feel, as I said, like with love having so many aspects to it, it's something that is such a philosophical discussion because we can know so much about it, but there's still so much that we don't know about it. But what I feel like I do know about it is that when we are spreading love in the world and in turn having love spread to us, it makes life far more better, and it makes it a far more tolerable and fun and loving and great experience. And so I really hope that you benefited from this video somehow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are. Lots of love, much love, take care, and peace.